Did you charge him good money for the ride?
Yeah. I got kicked out.
Did you?
Be careful what you say on this ride.
You're not looking at old black dump truck down there, are you?
I am.
I knew you was. First impressions are not too bad. It's looking good enough to get on it, maybe.
What's your wife call you, the party pooper? Negative Nancy?
Nancy.
Negative Nancy.
Negative Nancy?
Pointing out some facts.
Some flaws.
Good morning. We're at the Yoder and Fry auction down in Kissimmee, Florida for the February sale in 2023. Any good bargains here?
No. A little chill in the
A little
air.
chilly. It's windy this morning. Hopefully we don't get too much wind noise. But
You don't feel sorry for us.
No.
The Broncos said 58.
yeah, it's like 58, 60 degrees, but it's a little windy. We're going to ride around and check some stuff out, do little inspections on stuff. This is actually Sunday. The sale starts on a Wednesday, so got a couple more days to get some stuff ready, but most of it's here. A whole bunch of scissor lifts all jacked up. A bunch of rollers here, little black top rollers. Bunch of little Terex dumpers, got some skid steers. They got quite a few pieces here, don't they? T190. A little rusty. How many hours is on this thing?
Is that right?
Yeah, 2,093 hours. A heck of a backup alarm. Pretty new tracks on it. Put sprockets on it too. No blowback. Then a rental machine.
What is it? Takuchi what?
T08. Tucker needs to make some decals for it. They put new tracks and sprockets on it. Not bad, it's just been down there in the Florida sun, faded out. I keep on trucking. This looks like it's missing something to me.
Hey, pick me, I know.
I'm pretty sure there's something that goes right there. Huh. Think they would have fixed that before they brought it here. Somebody won't see it though. Let's see how many hours on this one. My skid steer rider downer inspector person left. Picked up a shady passenger.
We leave Mike looking at dump trucks on on the other end of the auction lot.
Hey, my note taker left.
How did you get a show
Brakes work.
driving like me on that little mini yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you charge him good money for the ride?
I got kicked out.
Did you?
gotta be careful what you say on this ride.
You're not looking at old black dump truck down there, are you?
I am.
I knew you was.
She's got 2 million miles and she's been turned over, Clint, but she's got a lot of new parts on her.
It's a lot of miles for a
I
dump
told
truck.
Clint about it. He's like, that's a lot of miles for a dump truck.
I ain't scared of that one.
I
though.
drove by it. I said, that's got your name all over it.
It does.
No, you said it was too new.
No, that's an 02. That's the limit.
Well, I knew wouldn't they come out like 99 or 2000?
No, that truck didn't come out till
Okay, I knew.
That's the truck that's supposed to replace the R models.
They ain't the same
See,
truck.
that truck on paper don't look good, but that truck in person looks a lot better.
It looks better in
I
person.
don't know.
It's been turned over.
I'm not going to be here that day.
Huh?
I'm
I've
not
already
gonna-
made arrangements.
See, there's
She
two
won't put her
people.
hand up, so
Yeah, leave it to me. I'll get it for you.
All I need is a number.
I don't have a number yet.
No, and
I may
that's
not
the
even
honest
register
truth.
here.
Yeah. Can't register until noon.
How you like that seat? Laid back. Komatsu's have a weird blade geometry. They're direct drive. It should be a clutch pedal there. There you go. Oh, the sprocket's out of it. There's no teeth on it. Needs some new teeth. It's got D39 front idlers on it. That's missing a few teeth back here.
It sounds like
How would you even push any dirt with that thing? It's a good one. Got some old D4 pipe layers. We're in there checking out all the dozers.
see the front skid on it?
Yeah, it's wore out. I had one, I know it angled way more. It angled one way a lot more than that one.
That'd be, I don't know, that'd be.
They're weird. Need a D4 pipe layer?
Yeah, more than one. I'm gonna need a couple.
Well, I've seen worse down here.
Not terrible, is it?
First impressions are still.
First impressions are not too bad. It's looking good enough to get on it, maybe. $15,000. Bucket don't work. For whatever reason. Got a little too many hours on her. Alright, we're back here in the back. It got super windy, so I still got some excavators and stuff to look at. Mike's been looking at a dump truck over here, but what are you doing? Taking videos?
I'm taking a video of this motor part.
So we're back here looking for a motor for maybe a upcoming project
What project?
for the channel. It's top secret yet, so I'll give him a hint. It's a John Deere motor, so that's all I can say.
Dozer? Maybe?
I don't know about that. But But anyway, we're gonna keep our eye out here for the motor. Still got excavators to look at. Maybe the wind dies down here, we'll take a peek. Got a couple dozers picked out, and a few skid steers, so not a lot that excites me, but we'll find something.
Nothing that excites me.
Oh. Alright, we're back on site at the Yoder and Fry auction. Today is actually the first day of the auction day. You might see them over here looking at dump trucks. So we're waiting on some skid steers and stuff to sell. I thought I'd bring you guys along to look at the truck. You guys been watching Mike's channel, you know he's been looking at this truck and checking it out. But all those guys left a couple days ago, and this truck here showed up out of the blue. So I called Mike, told him about it. I did a walk around the other day with him, but I was going to show you kind of what to look for in trucks, dump trucks. I used to buy and sell a lot of trucks, especially military trucks. So we're going to kind of walk you through. Mike's been eyeballing this one. I'll kind of go over it real quick with you. I think it's around a 2002 Max. So he's wanting a like 2002, 2003 or older. The reason is there's no EGR, no emissions. Had better motors and stuff back then. And I'd have to agree with him on that. After that 04, 03 and up, the Mac got bought out by Volvo, and other things happened. They're just not the same anymore. So he was eyeballing this truck. This truck's pretty rough. It was the only thing sitting in it at the time. You might see it says CH600. You guys take a look at it. If you know anything about Mack trucks, you know that's not a CH front. So this truck has probably been rolled, cab's been replaced. I think Mike's probably got some history information on it, what he thinks happened to it. But this truck has been put together with a lot of different pieces. I think he may have made a misread on the odometer. He said it had 2 million miles on it. Got up here, it's got 200,000 and something. It's got a 10th on the end of it, unless I'm not reading something right. But anyway, yeah, there's no seating. That door does not work. There's a lot of things this truck needs. Hood bushings are out of it. The air ride on the cab does not work. The frame is starting to get a little rusty on this one. It's one thing you got to really watch out for. These trucks have a double frame, and you get these two pieces right here, and they'll do what they call rust jacking, and the frame rails will start spreading apart, and they'll go so bad that they'll even break and crack on you. But this truck's had a lot of parts replaced on it. It's had some new rear man center sections put in it. It's had a new complete trunnion cross member put in it here. These things are bad about rusting and breaking. That's all been replaced. But somebody's got some hokey tires and stuff going on with it. But it's got some rust and stuff going on with it there, you guys can see. But the one big thing, he kept calling me Negative Nancy. I come over and showed him a few things. I don't know if you guys can see with the sun, but if you guys look, this bed does not go up very steep. It's missing, it's only got like a 4-stage hoist, what I call a 4-stage. The trucks we always built would have a 5-stage hoist in them. Should be dumping up a little taller. So I got this other one over here. You guys look at it. It's up quite a bit steeper of an angle, so you can kind of tell a difference. Doesn't sound like much. Down here they're just hauling sand and gravel. They have no issues getting stuff out of the bed. You take this back home and start hauling our sticky red clay in it, and that truck, it's not going to work out. I can tell you from experience, we used to rent a lot of dump trucks. There's a company that had a lot of beds like that, didn't go up that high, and they're just a freaking pain in the butt all the time. So, but he's got some more information on this truck on his channel. You guys want to go check that out. But anyway, this one popped in here, I think a couple days ago, right after he left. So I know he's kind of hating himself for leaving early, but they had to get back home. So this truck is a 2003, I believe, but it has the, it was built in 10/02. It has the pre-EGR E7 engine in it, like he's looking for. It's 400 horse. I did a walk around this truck the other day. I've actually drove it when it's hot and everything. When I got here, the truck had been run already. So I come here early this morning, did a cold start on it. Started up fine, didn't miss or hit or nothing like that. So, and it's not super cold out. It's probably 57, 60 degrees, but it does have the E7 Mack motor in it. You guys see there's no EGR and that stuff on there. This motor does have a little bit of blow by you guys don't know what that means, it's actually where the compression's blowing past the compression rings in the engine. But I don't think it's too severe. That's something we can look over later on the truck. So I might take a quick guess and maybe guess that the fuel gauge does not work on this truck. But I'm gonna get around over here on the other side of the sun. The truck's got good tires on it. We got a couple getting close on getting down. They're all runnable yet. We'll start back here at the frame. Got good tires over here yet. If you guys see this frame here, it's gorgeous compared to a lot of the other ones and stuff that we see back home. There's like no rust whatsoever on it. We got good brakes in here. All 4 axles, something we want to check out for. Another thing we want to check on these tandem trucks is this what I call center trunnion. I've took this truck out and drove around the field, shifted through the gears, but what I'll do, I'll take them out, turn them real sharp, and you watch in this mirror, and what you're looking for is this axle, one of them walking out or walking in. This truck had very minimal axle movement on it. Everything's pretty tight on that point, so I think this truck's showing like 400,000 miles. Another thing, check your torsion bars. This one here, I know it's a little loose. Probably gonna need replaced at some point. Keeps the side to side and the axle. But everything's looking real clean. You want to look at the frame, bolts, welds. We've got an air axle here. I did notice one crack on it, which is not too uncommon. If you guys can see that right there, got a little crack running down. And this is not in the truck frame. This is on the air axle frame. You guys can see on the other side, it's actually been welded and repaired already, so it's not a huge deal. That's an easy fix. What happened, somebody's probably made some sharp turns with the air axle down. Makes a lot of stress. This is a steerable axle, I believe. Yep. So it does tend to follow you as you're turning. But the hoist and stuff looks good. Bolts look good. You don't see any rusty marks where stuff's been moving and flopping around, but hoist's looking good. Cab looks good, no rust. Airbags are up on the cab. Fired the truck up, aired up this morning. I know that truck over here is looking at the airbags on the cab are coming apart. The interior is pretty decent. Cold air works, all that good stuff. It does have an engine brake. I could not get it to work yesterday. I believe I'm gonna watch the fuel gauge. The fuel gauge is coming up to a quarter, so yeah, we're showing 447,000 miles and it's showing 3,700 hours, which I'm gonna guess that's not right. Take that key out. It does have the Mach 10 speed transmission in it. I went through, if your auctions will let you got enough room, I took this thing out, run it around yesterday, shifted up through, got into high range into 5th gear. Everything seemed fine on that. Raised the bed up and down, lift the air axle, windshield wipers, cruise works. You can check much of that stuff out you can. Say the engine brake's the only thing I could not get working. Got to look on the bottom of your cabs, make sure they're not rusting out. These are steel cabs on these things, but I believe this has been a local Florida truck, so it's really clean all over. It has been painted. It's overspray there. We got runs in the paint. We know it's not factory. You can look around your tags, tell it's been taped off. But all in all, I think this will make him a good truck if it sells right. Like I say, the engine has a little bit of blow by. I told him that's something we can look over because the rest of the truck has good bones. I'd rather rebuild an engine than deal with rusty frames and worn out stuff. The only thing it's not super great on this truck is the bed. It does go up steep enough. It's got some patches in it. They put a new floor in it. The sides are starting to get a little thin, but it's got a newer floor in it. We got a couple holes up there in the cross member. It doesn't really affect anything. But they've welded these side panels in here, trying to make her look better. But so the holes in the side really don't affect too much. There's some slight cracking stuff in there, but it does have a two-way tailgate on it. Your normal tailgate hinges from right here. That's what this one's set up for right now. So you can actually drop a pin in right here and you can pull. Should have a little lever here. I don't have this one set up. Looks like you take a bolt out here and that ear will drop down. And that will allow that tailgate to swing around, what I call a barn door style tailgate. So she'll swing around. If you want to haul brush or logs or something like that, big rocks. That tailgate will swing around and hook right up here in the side, so makes a pretty nice deal. So, but you can see this floor, the original floor, is all smashed down and stuff, which is common. These cross members are in pretty good shape yet. This bed will get him by for a couple, 2 or 3 years. He's not going to drive something like this too much. So, but tarp does work. Got one arm sticking up. Did try that out yesterday, but all in all, for a 20-year-old truck, she's in pretty good shape. So we see this stuff around home. We deal with a lot of rust and salt and sand down there, and it just they get eat up bad. The double frames start swelling and cracking and busting, but those are the things to look for. Of course, tires are a big dollar item. Tires are getting down some. It's still got some life left in them. You're gonna last them a little while, so you check your steering play and all that stuff. But like I say, this truck over here is only showing 200, I think maybe 200,000 miles on it. But like I say, the cab's been replaced, so a guy doesn't know what all's going with it. We've got the radiator sticking up through the top of the hood here. We got showing 197,000 miles on this one, but this one's a little bit rougher in the cab. Got the dash broke out. Like I say, it's not the right cab. It's not original to the truck. There's a lot of stuff going on with this one now. He was okay with this truck if it's sold cheap enough, but you know, we've got rust issues starting on this one here. We've got some frame jacking on the air axle. But it's got these big old wide steer tires put on it for some reason, but bed's in decent shape on this one. Not too bad at all. So, but anyway, hopefully that answers a few problems. I thought it'd take you long looking at trucks, but there's some other little things to look for. You know, your normal stuff, oil leaks and all that stuff, but brakes and tires and rust, especially on older trucks. When you're looking at 20-year-old trucks, rust is a big thing. So just don't buy something off pictures. But you know, this truck, you park these two trucks beside each other and look at them from 20 foot away, they're not going to look that much different. But there's a huge difference between the two when you start looking at them pretty closely. So this one has the only two faults I see. Bed may need replaced in 2 or 3 years. That one's going to last a good while yet. Motor is questionable. It may be might be using a little bit of oil. I don't know. You don't know these things till you get out and use them. I'm guessing no more than he's going to drive a truck. That thing's going to last him a long time. If it does need a kit put in the engine, that's not a big deal. I'd rather do that any day than deal with rust, all kinds of other issues. So, but this truck sells in about 3 days, I think on Saturday or so, and I'm gonna stick around and see what it brings for him, since for some reason in Florida at Yoder and Friday likes me to buy dump trucks. So you guys remember last year I bought his Bubba dump haul truck down here for him too. But we'll wait around until Saturday auction day and see what this dude brings. Meanwhile, we're gonna go check out some more excavators. Got skid steers selling today and all that good stuff. So all kinds of good quality dump trucks down here. Some of the stuff is not roadworthy anymore. It's a little RD Mac, but this thing has got a slew of hydraulic outlets on it. Kind of makes me think it's maybe a roll-off truck or something at one time. It's got all these hydraulic valves. But you guys can kind of see we got some rust going on there, getting some pitting. This one doesn't even have max suspension on it. But got to be careful looking at trucks for sure. So, but that truck there, that white one, pretty much turnkey ready to take out in the road. Guy could run it tomorrow. That black one over there, it's going to require quite a bit of work to make it legal and roadworthy again, for sure. But you know, a guy needs to buy something like that for, you know, another $15,000-$20,000 cheaper, and it's still not going to be quite the truck this one is, I doubt. So, but anyway, we'll find out.
Get your pick now. Give 100,000. And 100,000 not bigger than one now. 100,000 not bigger than one. 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 100 got even money, sir. Hey, 100,000 not bigger than one. Baby, 100. Here we go. My baby 100. My baby 100. My baby 100. My baby 100. You're just starting to sing now, boys. 105, 75. 105, baby, 75. Hey, 105, baby, I'm getting 105. I'll take 106. I'll take 106. Now 7. 107. Hey, it's a baby, I'm getting 7. Baby, I'm getting 7. I'm getting 7. I'm baby, I'm getting 7. 7. I'm getting 7. I'm 7. I'm getting 110. 10. Here we go. Hey, 110. I'm getting 7. 7 in the high. So, 106,000. 500. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, just like every other fire auction, it's absolute as it gets. If you want to bone something here today, you get your hand in the air because you're going to get done with it. So absolute unreserved auction. Do not forget about that. 14, 20, give it 10 grand. Put it 10 back up. 4,500 bids. Settle down. Money down. And 45, 49, 45, 7, sells on. And 46, down 5. Down to the down to the down to the down. Second to Tennessee. 6,000. 6,000. Get it out. 6,000. 6,000. CNBO, 100 pound, 100,000, 100 pound, 100 pound, dollar and a half, last call, 100,000, be 100 pound, 100 pound, 100 pound, down to 102, do 102, 102 pound, 100.
Alright, getting ready to sell dozers. They got them lined up way down there. The old 850K has just went forward straight. Do we know why?
I do.
I know why too. So that left-hand final drive is tore out that thing. It didn't even pull on this side. It's just pulling on the right track over there. So might be interesting to see what it brings. I know a guy that's got parts on it. Did get one Kubota KX80 bot, and that's it today.
No, that's not it today. That's not it.
Oh, Bridget bought.
Oh, that's not it, guys. I pulled through. I'm bringing home the bacon today.
She bought 2 little buckets. You guys remember I bought a little Sandy 35 at the last auction. Just had a little 12-inch bucket on it, so she got us a couple 24-inch buckets for it because I didn't have anything. I will tell you, we're coming out here to check on that Kubota. There's a lot of machines. They're parking all these machines now. They've all sold. There's a lot of them still running, isn't there?
Yeah, a lot of noise out
You
here.
buy something to auction and you're here, you need to come out and make sure your machine's shut off, doors are shut up. There's stuff down here running, and they'll run all night long. I've come to these sales the next morning, and stuff's still running. It's crazy. We got 2 machines sitting here running. They've been sold for probably over an hour now, so
Draining the battery.
they're draining the fuel out. A lot of these operators don't know how to shut them off, so that's scary.
52269. We're running in dump truck time. Here's number 39. We're running in dump truck. Rolls on the mother here. 50. And 50 times 50. A Mac. 713. The Midland car rolls. And 40. I'm going to 10. 12. 15. And 15,000. 17. 5. And 20. 55. Whoop. That's an internet number. 6933 is an internet number, Pat. Is that alright? Okay, 6933, no problem. 6933. Cheers, your lot 713 back to the 3 combine. Look at that thing, boys. Different deal. We're running into 7 grand. And 70,000, I've been 70,000, 70 grand, 50,000, I've been there 25, color running 10 high. And 30 grand down 25 to 35 pounds.
We bought a dump truck, but I don't know if the dump truck driver knows how to drive it. He's just a creeping over there. Oh, I just found another gear. They got her now. I think he was in low. Alright, I'm not Party Pooper Clint anymore, am I?
Oh, no, you're Positive Paula.
If you watched Mike from Dirt Perfect's video a few days ago, you know he had his eyeball on this big old black Mac down here, and I kind of shut him down on it, didn't I?
What's your wife call you, the party pooper? Negative Nancy?
Negative Nancy.
Negative
I'm
Nancy?
just pointing out some facts.
Some flaws.
Check out this jewel over here. We might be onto something here. I'm pretty confident at some point in its life it's been rolled over on its side. The door's a little tweaked, side of the cab's in a little bit. I'm just going out on the limb here. There's a chance when this truck turned over, got a new bed put on at some point, but it's out. The passenger side door, or the driver's side door, is not open. Another pretty good sign, it's probably been rolled over. It has got no passenger seat. This is a CV truck, CH DAS, so some of that's been replaced at some point before, but that's what I was talking about. It's open from the inside, so there's just something wrong with the latch there, but I'm pretty sure, like I said, I'm pretty sure this truck's been wrecked. I think it may have been wrecked 2 different times. I think it's been hit in the front end. It's been laid over on that side, but price is right. This one might be going to Indiana. If you guys look back here, the airbags on the cabs, I've got a leak in them, which is what you hear hissing there, which that can be fixed. These are pretty easy to get to and work on.
He's really good.
I found this awesome truck, and he just came over here with this shotgun and started blowing holes in
It
it.
like cuts your knees out.
I know.
I'm just giving you good facts. That's what I'm here for.
I got all the insider information on about
See, if
these.
you wasn't my friend, I wouldn't say nothing.
So
Gosh.
He had his eyes set on that thing. I said, I don't know if that's exactly the perfect truck. I kind of talked him out of it. But this truck showed up after he left. You guys just seen, I just bought it for him. He had a number in mind. I did a little research on it, and I come up with a number. And
Right
guess
on the
what?
money. Right on the money.
My
Price is
number,
right.
my number hit right on the money where I thought it would sell for. So I think he's got a good deal. Keep in mind, he's never seen this truck. Those guys went back home before this thing showed up. But it is a local Kissimmee, Florida truck. We do have the title and stuff for it. So, but it's a very clean truck, frame and stuff. And I think with a day's worth of work in his shop, checking some fluids and all that stuff, she's going to be ready for the road. That black one down there needed a lot of work. So it did sell for about $20,000 cheaper, but this truck, in my opinion, is worth that much more quickly. So it even comes with the flat tire.
Charge him extra.
I won't even charge him for that. So we looking this thing over. We're going to probably ship it home. I did get the tarp wound back down. It was kind of sticking up in the air, so it's not hanging up. So we're going to try to find him a truck, or he is. Ship this dude home so he can put this thing on the road. I think it's going to be a good one. So he's trusting me with looking for his dump truck. So not we'll hear about it on his channel, won't we?
Right. Keep your reputation up.
So if you want to go see his truck in action, jump over to Mike's channel. Check him out. If you've not done so, you might consider subscribing to both of us so you don't miss out on more cool stuff like this. So this is going to be about the last auction video for a little while, but we got plenty of more cool stuff coming up. So
We should take our team on the road.
on the road,
Yeah.
even
Auction.
Miss CNC has a channel. She's been behind the scenes.
Keep your expectations low on my channel, okay, guys?
You can jump over to hers. What's it called?
Mrs. Clint of CNC.
There you go. If you want to see some behind the scenes action, jump over there. So,
Thank you.
oh, what else? That it? It's been a long, busy week down here.
Wrap it up.
It's been going at this like 12 or 14 days solid every single day. So, we're gonna try to take one day off tomorrow here and get a little rest before we head back home. So, but yeah, we got plenty of cool videos coming. Got dragline videos coming. We got a Jeep build. Everybody's been asking about a Jeep build. We got a Jeep build, little 3 video series on it. We got what else we got?
You got 850? Any 850 footage?
I don't know. You never know what I got. Got a super
Spy.
sweet spy truck coming up. Got a couple other videos in the works. Plenty of stuff coming, and we're getting close to 100,000 subscribers too. So be sure, if you guys have not done so, click over in that, share our stuff, and I think March 14th or 15th, March 15th, Hunter and I will be in Vegas at the Con Expo. We'll be in the Volvo booth that Wednesday. I think it's the 15th, around the 4 o'clock window. Mike is going to be there. Let's Dig's going to be there. A bunch of other YouTubers. So if you guys want to meet us and you're out there in the neighborhood, stop by at the Volvo booth. We'll post some stuff up on social media. So
I'll hold down the fort at the office.
will you?
See what I can get into. See what kind of trouble I can get into.
Somebody's got to. So guys, we'll catch you later.